First Parade is Provence, number 1, bred in Kentucky by LA France Stables Limited, raced by Bizance, Greenman, Tyra and Vanderway, trained by Walter Greenman, Mike Pipey the assistant. Roberto Gonzalez is aboard. Provence stablemate is River Rhythm. River Rhythm, bred by Gallagher's Stud in New York, raced by Gary Bizance, Harry Bizance, and the trainer Walter Greenman. Marco Castaneda is aboard. There is a solid blue cap on River Rhythm, a quartered cap on Provence. Now number 2 is Bolu Light, bred in Canada by Michael Petritz, raced by Empire Farm, trained by Pete Gregory, ridden by Rafael Mesa. Number 3, Notorious Pleasure, bred by Arthur Bucci and James Bramble in Florida, raced by Robert, Karen, Mark, Michael and Richard Levy, prepared by Gary Jones, Bill Delia the substitute, and Russell Bays is up. Number 4, Misty Wind, bred in Ireland by Mr. and Mrs. Bert Firestone, raced by Silky Green Incorporated, trained by Steve Mayardi, ridden by Ron Hansen. Number 5 is Never Black. Never Black coming down past the wire, bred in Kentucky by Frere and Wertheimer, owned by Edmund Gann, prepared by Bobby Frankel, Fordell Fierce the substitute trainer, and Corey Nakatani is the rider. Number 6, Prudent Manor, bred in Ireland by Mr. and Mrs. Bert Firestone, owned by Yoshiko Akazawa, trained by Ron McAnally, substitute trainer Richard Lewis. G.F. Almeida is the rider. In the number 7 saddle cloth, Infamous Deed, bred in Kentucky by Wooden Horse Investments and Three Chimneys Farm, raced by Ron Crockett, trained by Fordell Fierce, Ron Warren Jr. to ride. And number 8 is Gum, bred in California by Mr. and Mrs. M.L. Abbott, owned by the Hat Ranch, trained by Mel Stutey, Gary Gregory, the substitute trainer, and Gary Belanger is aboard Gum. In the Rolling Green Handicap, they're on their way to the start. Scheduled post time, 7 minutes off. Two out. Gum completes the line. They're ready. Racing. Provence jumps away fairly. Not as fast as Bolu Light, who takes up the running. Notorious Pleasure strides up second. Gum down the outside is showing a degree of pace. Between horses is Never Black in the blue hood, followed in the green colours by Prudent Manor. Back towards the rear, River Rhythm and Misty Wind second last on the rail. Infamous Deed trails. Not a great degree of pace on. 6 covers them. As they leave the stretch, it's Bolu Light leading by a half length. In second position, Never Black. A length away in third position is Provence, followed closely in proceedings by Notorious Pleasure. 1.5 lengths away, fifth is Prudent Manor, followed next on the inside by River Rhythm. 1.5 lengths to Gum, drifting back third last. Misty Wind on the favourites inside, and Infamous Deed trails. 8 lengths covers them. Past the 5/8 goes Bolu Light with a 1-length lead over Never Black. In third position is Provence on the inside, being followed closely by Notorious Pleasure, who is being sent forward now by Bays 3 wide, and he strides up gamely to second, and Prudent Manor is following him in the green. Break of a couple of lengths to River Rhythm, followed further astern by Misty Wind. Gum is 6 off the lead and pulling 3 wide at the 3/8 pole. Infamous Deed is the trailer. Down the side, 5/16 to go in the Rolling Green Handicap, and Bolu Light and Notorious Pleasure are the 2 leaders. A length to Prudent Manor, Never Black, 2 to Misty Wind. Gum starting to run on, then Provence, Infamous Deed next on the bend for home, and up goes Notorious Pleasure. He takes the lead from Bolu Light. In third placing, Never Black. Then comes Prudent Manor, and Gum is giving away too big a start. The leader is Notorious Pleasure. He's a length in front of Never Black, and Bolu Light boxing on gamely. Notorious Pleasure a neck in front. Never Black lunges, Photo, Notorious Pleasure, a nose to Never Black. Third, Bolu Light, followed by Gum and Misty Wind. Behind Bolu Light and Notorious Pleasure are the two leaders. A length to Prudent Manor, Never Black, two to Misty Wind. Gum starting to run on, then Provin's Infamous Deed next. On the bend for home, and up goes Notorious Pleasure. He takes the lead from Bolu Light. In third placing, Never Black. Then comes Prudent Manor, and Gum is giving away too big a start. The leader is Notorious Pleasure. He's a length in front of Never Black, and Bolu Light boxing on gamely. Notorious Pleasure a neck in front. Never Black lunges. Photo, Notorious Pleasure, a nose to Never Black. Third, Bolu Light, followed by Gum and Misty Wind. Behind them, Notorious Pleasure, bred in Florida by Arthur Bucci and James Bramble, owned by Robert, Karen, Mark, Michael and Richard Levy, trained by Gary Jones, Bill Delia, the substitute trainer, Russell Bays, the winning rider. That's Russell's second win on the card. Final time, 1:48.26. Making the trophy presentation after the rolling green handicap is Mr. Mustafa Fustok, owner and operator of Buckram Oak Stable.